What's going on, GemMint's? Happy New Year. GemMint here with the first video of 2021, and we're going to set it off with an omnibus haul, and I got a huge stack of books here. Before we jump into this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to our next milestone giveaway of 110,000 subscribers, and we're going to give away this Batman Killing Joke graded at a 9.8 by CGC. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll let you know what you got to do to enter. Also, if you're looking to purchase any of these types of collected editions, omnibus, deluxe editions, oversized hardcovers, check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com. They sell them up to 50% off cover price with great packaging, fast shipping, and excellent customer service. They also have a bargain bin where you can get titles up to 90% off. If you mention this channel in the memo at checkout for your first order, your next order will have free shipping if you're in the United States. So check out cheapgraphicnovels.com. All right, guys, the first thing that we're going to take a look at is this big stack of oversized hardcovers. These were sent over to us from Marvel as a little bit of an early access. These books are all scheduled to be released January 6th. We have the Marvel Select Edition of Hey, It's Deadpool. We have the Guardians of the Galaxy oversized hardcover by Donny Cates. We have the Always an Invader oversized hardcover by Chip Zdarsky, and this Marvel Art of Adam Kubert book. Let's take a quick look at these guys. All right, these Marvel Select Editions are basically standard size hardcovers, and the Hey, It's Deadpool is basically like a greatest hits of the early Deadpool stuff. So you get New Mutants 98, you get the Circle Chase 1 through 4, Deadpool 1 through 4, and issue 1 of his first ongoing by Joe Kelly. This has a $25 cover price, and it's a cool little collection of Deadpool stories. So flipping through it really quick, you see you have some interior artwork, the creators on these issues, New Mutants 98, his 2 first solo mini-series, and like I said, his first ongoing with Joe Kelly and Ed McGuinness. You do have some bonus material on the back here, some behind the scenes, and some sketches. All right, so we got the Guardians of the Galaxy, the full run by Donny Cates. You have Shaw, Smith, Olazaba, Garcia, and Curell. I feel like this is the least talked about Donny Cates run. I don't know if it was just overshine or outshined by his Thor and Venom stuff, but it collects the 12-issue series plus the first annual. And I remember the big thing here was like, is Rocket Raccoon gonna die? That was like the big speculation during this run. And I'm not going to get into whether he did or didn't. Now, it has an awesome wraparound cover. I mean, amazing artwork with Galactus and all the Marvel Cosmic characters. That looks great. You can't really go wrong with Donny Cates, though, but I just think it's hard to get a Guardians book right, man. Just they're so big in the MCU that I just kind of feel like it's hard to get right. So here we go. It does have great artwork, though. You have great creative teams on here. You got this teenage version of Groot. He's rocking the mohawk. Wow, that's crazy. Good artwork here. This was like this whole like religious cult storyline or some space gods thing. Was it the Citadel? I can't really remember. I remember getting caught up with a trade paperback, and then I was reading this in single issues, and it's only, like I said, 12 issues with an annual, so not too much going on in this run. Great Trad Moore Silver Surfer Black. So you get some artwork at the back of the book here, some Cosmic Ghost Rider stuff. Was this the funeral of Thanos in the beginning? I think it was. And you get some variant covers in the back. Always an Invader by Chip Zdarsky is a run that kind of flew under the radar for me. I wasn't reading this as it was coming out in singles, but I love Zdarsky's Daredevil, his Stillwater. I liked Fantastic Four and X-Men, and I'm interested to see what he does with Batman. He's joined by Carlos Mango and Butch Juice. Looks like we have an Alex Ross cover here, Captain America and Namor. And here's the back. This is also a 12-issue series. No annual on this one, though, with a $35 cover price. Here's the inside of the dust jacket. Just talks about the run and the creators. And like the Guardians of the Galaxy oversized hardcover, it has a great-looking wraparound cover here. Same price as Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think I mentioned the price on that. So here we go. Always an Invader. Of course, that's referring to that Golden Age team of superheroes. So you got basically a Namor Captain America story. It's not a run that I really heard much about. But hey, they made an oversized hardcover for it. Should be pretty decent. The artwork looks pretty good. That's the 12th issue. Yeah, it looks cool, man. Some variants in the back. Now, this book is awesome. The Art of Adam Kubert, of course, part of the Kubert dynasty, son of Joe Kubert, brother of Andy Kubert. So much amazing artwork here. This is a $50 book, and I was flipping through it last night, and it's just got so many nostalgic pieces here. So here's the inside of the dust jacket. Another beautiful wraparound cover. This is kind of like stylized, but you'll remember that original artwork from the 90s if we happen to flip through it here. So that's more modern look, but I love his old school stuff. Love Greg Hildebrandt, man. Did a lot of trading cards in the 90s. He gives the forward. Here's the Marvel Age with his father and brother talking about the Kubert legacy. Love the Spirits of Venom stuff. Amazing artwork there. You got Vengeance. It's funny, we just read that new Vengeance series. They made a statue out of this. I think it was a fan art, though. But yeah, all this old school Wolverine stuff, the Onslaught, wraparound cover stuff. Here you have some black and white, some sketches. Awesome New Mutants double page spread. Great book with a lot of artwork and some behind the scenes stuff. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you got to check this one out for sure. All right, the first omnibus, and man, I've been slacking on my Omni releases, man. Like this book, Nightwing, Deadman, I didn't even know these were coming out. But we're going to take a look at the Books of Magic Volume 1 Omnibus from DC Comics. All right, so the Books of Magic, this reprints 90s Vertigo stuff and is printed under the new DC Black label. But this is by John Nay Ryber. You have Neil Gaiman, Peter Gross, Peter Snedberg, and it collects a couple of different issues from some different series. So you have stuff like Books of Magic 1 through 4, Mr. E 1 through 4, The Children's Crusade 1 and 2, Arcana, the Books of Magic Annual 1, Vertigo Visions, Dr. Occult number 1, The Lot from Vertigo Rave number 1, Series 2 of Books of Magic, which is a 32-issue run. Then you have Auburn's Tale 1 through 3, and you have a forward here by John Nay Ryber as well. So a $150 omnibus. Definitely a large book. The inside of the dust jacket just has a quote and some wraparound art, which is pretty nice. You got a wraparound cover here as well with Death on the back. And this is a thick book, but it has good binding. Check out the eye on this ribbon, man. So it really lifts up to help avoid that gutter loss and let you traverse through this book without really fighting with it too much. Here's the beginning. You have a table of contents. So if you're into the Sandman universe, the whole Neil Gaiman universe, this is going to be something you're going to want to check out. I mean, you can't beat 90s Vertigo with that mature take, supernatural stuff. And it's a volume 1, so we should be getting another one to continue this run. You do have some sketch work in the back. What looks like some variant covers. Here we go. All right, next up, we got to take a look at the Nightwing Omnibus from the New 52 era of DC Comics. All right, so during the New 52 era, Kyle Higgins did a run on Nightwing, the Prince of Gotham. Here's the omnibus. Also has Eddie Barrows, Will Conrad, Andres Guinaldo, and Brett Booth. Here's the spine and the back. This book has a $100 cover price. And it collects issues 0 through 30, Nightwing Annual 1, Batman 17, and it does have a story from Secret Origins 1, and from Young Romance, a new 52 Valentine's Day special. The inside of the dust jacket here. So it talks a little quote from the run, and it has some biographies on the creative team. Here we have Nightwing fighting Talon. Kind of a wraparound cover here, right? Kyle Higgins, I'm mostly know him for the Power Rangers run. We did do an interview with him on the channel. So here we go, his run on Nightwing. Got your table of contents here. There goes your issue 1. I believe the issue 0s were not in the beginning, right? Like they came in, threw them in like after issue 12 or 13 or so, if I remember. But I do like the artwork here. I think the artwork looks great, although it does change hands a couple of times. You got your Greg Capullo stuff. That must be the Batman issue. Let's see the binding on this one. Doesn't really have an eye that lifts up as well as the books of Magic, but it's not glued to the actual hardcover, so it's not like you'll have super tight binding, but it's a little tight, a little bit. Remember to stretch that spine, y'all. So you have the variant cover gallery. We got the Robot Chicken. Some sketches. So a must-have for a Nightwing fan, or if you're trying to put together all the DC New 52 Omnibus. A lot of DC Omnis in this haul. Here we got the Deadman Omnibus by Neil Adams. I used to have some of this material collected in one of those miniature Absolute editions. I ended up getting rid of it, and I didn't even know this was coming out. This looks great, man. This omnibus is sleek. Let's take a look at it. I really enjoy the construction of this Deadman Omnibus. So you have Neil Adams. This is the original stuff. Jerry Conway, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, and Jack Miller. You have this wraparound dust jacket that has a matte feel, but you have shine in certain areas. You see how they did that there? Here's the inside of the dust jacket. So it's pretty much a wraparound all the way, right? Look at that. Awesome artwork there. So this has a $100 cover price, collects Deadman 1 through 4, Strange Adventures 205 through 216. You have Brave and the Bold issues 79, 86, 104, 133, Aquaman 50 through 52. Everything collected here, basically all these early Deadman appearances. Here we have a wraparound hardcover here. Again, amazing artwork. Same as the dust jacket, but the original kind of layout. And I flipped through this. They did not do any recoloring on the Neil Adams stuff. I know that was kind of like infamous from his Batman omnibus. Here we have the table of contents. Arnold Drake gives a foreword. Then you have the Strange Adventures appearances. See that original coloring? Let's see how the binding looks on this guy. Feels a little stiff, right? So similar to the Nightwing, right? Not that much give, but it has a little bit. The eye does lift up a little bit. So Bronze Age. Looks like it goes into the 80s. Deadman stuff. You got some covers on the back here. So a couple little extras. All right, guys, to finish off this run, we have the Injustice Omnibus Volume 2. I really enjoyed this run. I'm a big fan of NetherRealm and the Mortal Kombat games, so this tying in with the video games was just awesome for me. I'm glad that they did go through and print the second volume so that we can have the entire series. Let's take a look at it. All right, is there really a better feeling than completing a run? So here's the front of the dust jacket, the spine, which matches perfectly with Volume 1. Then we have the back. You can see it has a $125 cover price. It collects Injustice Year 4, Year 5, and Ground Zero. They're each 12 issues with an annual. Here we have the inside of the dust jacket, just some quotes, Superman and Batman on each side. Then the graphic on the hardcover. This is a wraparound cover as well. Let's take a look at it. Very nice. The binding on this similar to the Books of Magic. I guess when it's a little bit bigger, they take the time to make sure that you have a lot of give. Love the artwork on the interior pages. That looks great. You got Brian Bruccioletto, Christopher Sabla, and Tom Taylor. I guess your introduction, and then here's the start of year 4. So like I said, that'll run for 12 issues. You'll get an annual, and then it goes to year 5. Of course, this what was that? Jay Lee. So this is the whole thing. Basically, Superman's still bad, and they're having this huge war. Man, this thing kind of lasted a long time, right? I think year 1 was really, really strong, and if you really loved it, you might want to jump in and just read the rest of them. I don't know that they're as strong as that first one, right? But it's a cool universe, kind of like an Elseworlds tale, not canon. Looks like you have a lot of extras in the back here, a lot of panels. That's it. All right, and last up on the list, we got the New Mutants Omnibus Volume 1 with that direct market cover, that original cover for number 1 of the ongoing series. Really love this omnibus. Let's jump into it. All right, and New Mutants with that Bob McLeod cover. I love that. I love when the cover is like matching the material on the inside. The regular cover from Bill Sienkiewicz is amazing as well. Here's the dust jacket, and then in old school Marvel fashion, it has all of the covers on the back. Now, they could have just did issues 1 through 30, maybe the annuals or whatever, but they went out of their way to really map this out amazingly, man. So you have stuff like the first appearance in Marvel Graphic Novels 4. You get New Mutants 1 through 34 with Annual 1, Marvel Team Up 149, Marvel Team Up Annual 6. You have Uncanny X-Men issues that tie in, 160, 167, 180, and 189, 192, which is the Magic Ileana Rasputin stuff. Then you get Magic 1 through 4 as well. And the first appearance of Karma. You have basically everything you need to know about the New Mutants for $125. Here's the inside of the dust jacket, talking about each individual character: Karma, Wolfsbane, Sunspot, Psyche, Cannonball. You talk about the creators: Chris Claremont, Bob McLeod, Sal Buscema, Bill Sienkiewicz. And in case you missed that regular cover, it's the cover of the actual hardcover, and it looks great. It really has the same type of vibe as the Bob McLeod cover, right? Same color schemes. And that's the dust jacket that you would have received if you got that cover. This is like the variant one, which matches the cover. And then again, the variant cover on the back. The bright yellow inside. Got Demon Bear on the front. Great artwork here. Table of contents. I really enjoyed this omnibus. I think this was a really good omnibus and mapped out really well. They didn't leave anything really out. I know that the Epic collections might collect a little bit more, but this is like the essentials, man, of what you really need in addition to the main run. Now, the main run lasted 100 issues, but towards the end, man, towards the issues in the 80s to the 100s really became Rob Liefeld's book, and more cable-oriented and, more extreme 90s. But I do hope they, collect them all in omnibus format. Maybe they do 3 volumes or so. So, great material. The New Mutants, when the X-Men were thought to be dead. You have bonus material in the back. Don't call them X-Babies. You've got like that Marvel Universe kind of biographies. Always good to have. Original sketches. Variant paintings by Bill Sienkiewicz, which is dope because they're all paintings with without the trade dress. First appearance of Legion there. Awesome stuff, y'all. All right, guys, thanks for taking the time to go over this haul with me. Like I said, we're giving away this CGC 9.8 of The Killing Joke once we hit 110,000 subscribers. All you got to do is be subscribed to this channel and comment below. Once we hit the milestone, we'll do a live stream and pick a random video where I promoted the giveaway and use a random YouTube comment generator to pick a worldwide winner. So anybody can join, just got to be subscribed and comment below. Thanks for watching. Check out my other Omnibus hauls in the playlist to the right, and stay minty fresh. Peace.